You're sexy when you're angry. Karen set up for a friendly game of 8-ball. She made the break shot and sunk 2 stripes. Malik smiled at her handiwork as she circled the table in search of her next shot. They had taken dinner at a folksy Italian bistro in town. She boasted about her skills while they ate. Seeing, however, was believing. The couple started out for Malachi's bar in separate cars. Friends of Distinction played as Karen sought out the aiming line. The old love ballad was one of her favorites, its orchestration tugging at her heart. She made her play, sending a solid into the right side pocket. Malik laughed when she hung her head in dismay. Ah, don't sweat it, baby. The night is still young. We're just getting started. Karen stepped back and watched him take aim. The pregnancy was obvious now. She caressed her love bump, smiling dreamily at Malik. Only a few weeks remained before delivery. Malik was on edge. He preferred staying close to her when he wasn't out on business. Malik made his play, knocking a solid into a corner pocket. His phone rang as he searched for another shot. He stopped after the 3rd ring and checked the number. His smile dropped instantly. Excuse me, baby. I need to take this call. Karen noticed the change in him as he started to walk away. Is anything wrong? She called. Her query went unanswered. Malik stepped out into the night. She could see him pacing before the storefront window, but allowed the man his space. They would surely talk about it later on. He had promised to pass the night with her. The bar was quieter than usual, going in circles, drifting from the jukebox and setting the mood for the night. There weren't many customers. A knock-kneed, bespectacled young man was serving in Malachi's place. He wore the usual bartending uniform, with a black clip-on bow tie. His face seemed vaguely familiar to Karen. She thought she'd seen him on campus before, but wasn't sure. The only students she remembered distinctly were her own. In any case, she made a mental note to inquire about the change of guard when Malik returned. Karen waved for the boy's attention. She signed for a cranberry vodka cocktail when she finally caught his eye. He nodded and moved on. Karen chalked her cue while looking for feasible pots. 5 minutes passed by before she realized. Malik returned for the shot she knew he would try. She studied him furtively as he aimed. His mood had changed completely. He seemed somber now. It made her uneasy. Malik? I have asked if everything is all right. Malik drew in a deep breath, and then exhaled before taking his shot. He landed another solid into a corner pocket, and then faced her. Malachi's been under the weather for a while now. The kid's been filling in for him. I have orders to keep the bar closed while he's in school. Mal asked me to keep everything confidential. But I've been taking him back and forth to specialists. His doctor hospitalized him for further observation. Now they're saying there isn't much else they can do for him. The breath rushed out of Karen. She'd grown to love Malachi as if he were her very own father. The old man was a master griot. Karen liked to visit during lunch break just to hear him recite. She rewarded him with a Cohiba cigar after every fanciful tale. They were his favorite. She knew the stories were heavily embellished, but never questioned him outright. The elders of a community were the voice of God in Nigeria. Malachi's stories always had a moral. The elder was a fountain of wisdom. Karen swallowed hard before chancing to speak again. Darling, I'm sorry. We can leave for the hospital if you'd like. Malik returned to the game and made a long pot. He sank the cue ball this time. But Karen seemed more concerned for his well-being. Malik walked away with his cue. She laid her own stick across the table and shadowed him to the bar counter. He sat there and released a long, exasperated sigh. Science does not hold all of life's answers, Malik. I believe that prayer is a remedy for every affliction. Yeah, everything but death, Malik said. Mal ain't exactly the religious type, Karen. He dabbled here and there, but never fully committed himself to anything. That includes family. I guess you could say, I'm a chip off the old block. God shows no partiality. Karen scoffed. Let's go and see Na. We will pray with him. Malik shook his head. Maybe tomorrow. Visiting hours are almost over. He needs to rest. The bartender approached with Karen's order and placed it on the counter. Okay. That's one Grey Goose with cranberry for the lady. Man, what's wrong with you? Malik scoffed. She can't drink that. Karen covered her smile as the young man flinched and took a step back. He looked afraid. Malik was twice his size. But she ordered it, he whined. Malik looked to Karen for an explanation. She shrugged nonchalantly, prompting him to lock eyes with the bartender again. Are you stupid or something? She's pregnant, man. Take it back. Well, we can't discriminate, sir. Besides, I can't let you people stay here without an order. Those are the rules. Chimo. Malik, he clearly misunderstood, Karen said. Listen very well, beloved. Bring us 2 virgin Arizona sunsets, both with very light ice, please. The bartender grabbed the drink and shook his head as he walked away. Malik eyed Karen up suspiciously. Why are you always trying me? He scoffed. Don't think I didn't see you signing through the window. Karen laughed and pinched his cheeks. Chai. You are too sexy when you're angry, my friend. Malik was clearly unamused. He stood and held her by the waist. I thought you said I was reason enough to quit. I have not indulged since this pregnancy was confirmed, she replied. Your father will vouch for me. Malik, I'm good. Honest. You better be, he said. She kissed him repeatedly, then smiled while rubbing lipstick into his lips. My Ikenga, she teased. All will be well in Jesus' name. You will see.